Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. And they're starting off the season against this Detroit team. A season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. A starting 5 on the floor. And Detroit looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. Dumars is out there with Thomas. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Lambeer in at the power forward. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That is his first foul of the game.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
And the pass to Lambeer. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Dumars misses. Smith the pass to Mutombo. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, a complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it, Clark.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Here's Wilkins. Isaiah Thomas picking up that last basket. T kicks to Hudson. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Mutombo misses.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Ball's knocked loose. Fast break Detroit. And then Lambeer with the dunk.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
They get the rebound. Back to Drummond. Kicks to Dumars. Thomas gets a wide-open look. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Thomas got 5 points so far. Inside, here's Smith. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
The Hawks trail by 10.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in the game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Drummond dishes to Dumars. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And the foul call in the Atlanta Hawks. Chauncey Billups is checked in for Dumars.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons. Chauncey Billups.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Wilkins, and he goes in for the dunk.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And the basket by Mutombo. And Detroit has possession. Deflects the pass. To the middle. Here's Wilkins. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong. For the slam.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Here's the Hawks with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Smith drives in, and good. That's a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run. It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Here's Mutombo after the basket by Detroit. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. And he gets the bucket.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Atlanta with the ball. Following the bucket by the Pistons. No good from Hudson. Now Detroit moving it up. Billups with the ball. Thomas passes to Drummond. Pistons passing it around. And Beer, good.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
T kicks to Wilkins. Dishes it to Hudson. To the middle. And here we go. The Pistons fast break and the wide open shot from Billups. And Detroit again with the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Detroit.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Hill It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Hill's got 6.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
A nice shot by Teague.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And Thomas, here we go. Oh, that's blocked. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. Banked in off the glass. 9 points in the game so far. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The Hawks trail by 3. Teague dishes to Smith. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And that one's good by Billups.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And Teague, here we go, takes the 3, and Wilkins gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
And just a solid way to start the game, 4-5.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Here's Wilkins after the basket by Detroit. Rebounded by Lambier.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The 3 from Billups, but he gets it back. Again, the Pistons score.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
Here's Smith.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, and I understand that.
Whoa! And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And there's the contact on the jam. He gets the whistle, but not the bucket, so 2 shots coming up for him.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletically.
You talked about the raw physical too. And you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. And the Pistons. An entirely new group now out there. Here's Bing. They get it back. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Pistons have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. No good on the free throw. Just a bit of an up and down year for the Pistons last season. Had some long winning streaks and some long losing streaks for first-year head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah, Kevin, some would say it was addition by subtraction because they really went on that big run after they released Josh Smith. 7 straight wins for them at one point, and they also did have some giant lows.
Rodman goes in, goes up high for the 2. And a dunk.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. And, you know, those giant lows were a big part of the Pistons' season. I mean, their biggest losing streak was 13 straight losses, and a lot of that you attribute to their defense.
Such a wide open look.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Teague, the pass to Mutombo. From past the arc, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Pistons making a change here. Hamilton's checked in. Wallace outside. A look from Hamilton, and Detroit again with the bucket.
And the Pistons also went into a slump after they traded for Reggie Jackson. 1-9 after the trade deadline. They would end the season on a better note, but truly they were streaky last season.
From deep. And that one's good. Wilkins has got 15 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
So a moment now to see the story on Jeff Teague. A very nice season for him last year. 7th in assists, 12th in steals, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And last season, his floor awareness was impeccable. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everybody involved.
Pistons leading by 5. To the paint. Here's Champ. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Rodman kicks to Wallace. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. .24 seconds left in the first quarter.
Wallace.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. From the baseline. Here's Teague. Rebound, Detroit.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far. Stretching the lead into double digits already.
That one goes. Count it.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficient.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Wilkins is out there with Smith. Then there's Hudson. Then there's Teague. And it's Mutombo in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. Thomas, it's blocked. Outside Wilkins. Smith on the wing. Corner shot. Mutombo dishes to Wilkins. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. Number 5, the Hawks.
Well, when you talk about teams that had a great defense last year, you got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
Here's Thomas. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Thomas.
Thomas got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Dumars against Hudson. Back to Dumars. Pistons passing it around. Passes it to Hill. From deep. The Pistons rebound. Second shot opportunity. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Josh Smith.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Here's Wilkins, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. Looking at the game for Wilkins, 18 points and 2 rejections. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter, and the shot is good. Wilkins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
It's stolen by Hill. Here we go, one-on-one. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And GA, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Hill with it. Wilkins picks him up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. Tries a 3 off the inbound, and that one's good. And now a 7-point lead.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Got a piece of it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Looking to end the run. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
The Hawks trail by 12.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Chauncey Billups has checked in for Dumars. Teague, that's good. Teague's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And guys, Josh Smith, an interesting blend of talents. A good defender, great finisher around the rim. Also an underrated passer at times for a big man.
From deep. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Hudson.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
And the basket by Hill.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Josh Smith, kind of a tweener. He's spent some time at power forward. Clark, he's spent some time at small forward. He's handled the ball. He's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, he is, but I think he's best, Kevin, working inside. He's gotten stronger. He's worked on his post game, and I think as time has passed, he's settled in as a full-time power forward. At least that's where he should settle into.
Atlanta's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
The shot is off. Pistons leading by 9. Billups kicks to Drummond. Back to Billups. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Teague can't hit. Detroit's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And that one's good by Billups.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Hill. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up. Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Here's Wilkins. And again, unable to change momentum here. And now the fast break, Hill with the ball.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
Pistons leading by 17. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. And that's 21 points for Hill.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Out of bounds, Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. And the layup is good. Hill's got 23.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offense. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
And the shot is good.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Smith the pass to Teague, and there's the feed to Hudson. Back to Teague. Here's Wilkins. Hits it from three-point range. Wilkins has got 25 points in the game.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Wallace dishes to Rodman. Another three for Detroit.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Teague for three. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Rodman. Pistons passing it around. And that one is stuffed right through.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
And Teague, here we go. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Wallace kicks to Rodman. Another shot. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
It's stolen by Rodman. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Hamilton's got the ball.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
That's a 2 from Smith. Atlanta again missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Hamilton. Another 3 for Detroit.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
It's Wilkins with the drive. It's taken away by Wallace. From deep three-point range, poked loose. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. With a break in the action, let's show you. The teams with the most second chance points last year. In the third spot, the Pistons.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
He gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Teague for 3. That doesn't go in either for Teague. And, well, Detroit shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Here's Prince. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
And I bet most people forget that the Pistons did make the playoffs for 8 straight years before this current drought. It's been a long rebuild process for them recently, but I think they're making progress and moving in the right direction.
Fires the 3. Dumars misses.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Puts it up. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done. Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Outside Dumars. with 2 seconds left, and that's 2 points on the layup. Champ's got 5 points so far.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly
well, Josh.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are complete. Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Hill. 25 points and 3 steals. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And Clark, it's as if he's been a step ahead of everyone else out there today.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got Champ. Rodman is out there with Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Richard Hamilton, and it's Dumars in at the point. Here's Teague. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in. Teague's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Hawks. Teague against Dumars. Jacks up a 3. Prince the pass to Dumars. Knocks down the 3 ball. Dumars got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And, well, Detroit shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. It's stolen by Teague.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
A nice shot by Hudson.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Teague